Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Breaking news. Something big is happening in the NFC West, and it could change everything. We're talking about a direct impact on the Seattle Seahawks' path toward another Super Bowl run. A shift in power that could leave a division rival in trouble for years. And we're bringing this to you first. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're part of this family. Let's help each other reach 30,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends and fellow Seahawks fans. Now let's get to the news. Let's talk about what could be one of the most transformative moves of this offseason for the Seahawks, and honestly, for the entire NFC West. Seahawks fans, stop everything right now, because what's been circulating behind the scenes in the NFL is not just another random rumor. We're talking about a name that changes games, reshapes defensive identities, and could completely alter Seattle's future: Max Crosby. Yes, Max Crosby, one of the most feared pass rushers in the league, the heart and soul of the Raiders' defense, has started to surface in trade conversations. And guess who popped up on that radar? The Seattle Seahawks. And before you say this is crazy, let me ask you a direct question. Since when has Seattle shied away from aggressive moves when it sees a real competitive window? Let's be honest, the Seahawks already have a young core, a defense in transformation, and a head coach with an aggressive mindset. What's missing is a true game-wrecker in the pass rush. A nightmare for quarterbacks. A player who commands respect every time he steps on the field. And Crosby is exactly that. The mere fact that this rumor exists already says a lot about the franchise's mentality. Seattle doesn't want to be a promise anymore. Seattle wants to be a threat. Max Crosby isn't a project. He's not a gamble. He's not a player for the future. He's immediate impact. Constant pressure. Games that change in seconds. Just imagine him lining up on the Seahawks defense, collapsing the pocket, forcing quarterbacks to run for their lives, and freeing up the rest of the defense to make plays. Now comes the part that really divides the fanbase. Nobody gets Max Crosby cheap. We're talking about high draft picks, possibly key players, possibly decisions that hurt in the short term. So let me ask you this. Would you rather hold on to picks and keep waiting, or pay the price and transform this defense right now? The Seattle Seahawks are focused on trying to reach the Super Bowl, but some intriguing NFL rumors surfaced during the team's previous preseason. Seattle hit the reset button by trading Geno Smith and DK Metcalf within a matter of months. In addition, the Seahawks signed Sam Darnold to replace Smith as the team's starting quarterback, a decision that proved to be a wise one. It appears general manager John Schneider was also hunting for major upgrades before those moves. ESPN's Brady Henderson reported that the Seahawks attempted to acquire Max Crosby, the Las Vegas Raiders defensive star. Seattle tried to use Metcalf and Smith as trade currency for Crosby, but the effort was unsuccessful. Here's what you need to know about the Seahawks' attempt to pull off a blockbuster trade for Crosby. Seahawks trade rumors. Seattle pushed to trade DK Metcalf and Geno Smith to the Raiders for Max Crosby. There were many variables involved when the Raiders initially pursued Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, according to Henderson. Las Vegas ultimately opted for Smith but chose to sign Crosby to a lucrative 3-year, $106 million contract extension. First, Las Vegas tried to acquire Matthew Stafford, who had been granted permission by the Rams to speak with other teams. Henderson wrote in a January 14, 2026 article titled, "How the Seahawks Restarted Their Search for Quarterback Sam Darnold." When Stafford agreed to return to Los Angeles on a revised contract, the Raiders approached the Seahawks about Smith. Seattle's plan was to offer Smith a contract extension, but in an informal conversation during the Combine, Schneider suggested a potential trade that would send Smith and wide receiver DK Metcalf to Las Vegas in exchange for edge rusher Max Crosby, according to a source familiar with the conversation. The Raiders ultimately rejected the idea and extended Crosby after the Combine. Raiders rumors. NFL teams question whether Las Vegas could trade Max Crosby. Obviously, the Seahawks were unable to land Crosby, but it's a storyline worth monitoring throughout the NFL offseason. Crosby was not happy about being sidelined by the Raiders late in the season in an effort to secure the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That situation reignited trade rumors, though the Raiders attempted to downplay the speculation surrounding Crosby. Diana Rossini of The Athletic reported that there are league-wide rumors that Las Vegas could attempt to trade Crosby this offseason. Max Crosby's future with the Raiders is being questioned across the league, Rossini detailed in a January 3 article titled, "What I'm Hearing About the NFL Coaching Carousel and the Changes Coming in Las Vegas." Las Vegas sat its 5-time Pro Bowler last week against his will, and the relationship between the two sides remains tense. The Seahawks are a team to watch if the Raiders decide to trade Max Crosby. Even without Crosby, the Seahawks' pressure on opposing quarterbacks has been strong this season, thanks to DeMarcus Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Uchenna Nwosu, and Boy Mafe, among others. Seattle should not be ruled out if the Raiders truly entertain offers for Crosby in the coming months. It's a drastic change from just 2 months ago, when Crosby and Davis ruled out any trade before the November 4th deadline, Rossini added. Many believe Las Vegas would be open to trading its defensive star if the relationship remains at a stalemate, allowing Crosby, who will turn 29 this summer, the chance to compete on a team built to win now.